Like, it's so interesting because whenever I post up a photo of you and I, it's like hashtag relationship goals, hashtag couple goals, and sorry to break it to you guys. It's not perfect.
We learned through fighting.
We learned through fighting.
That's a long time.
Alright, hi loves, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very special guest, my beautiful husband. I don't think there is such thing as a perfect relationship. That is definitely a false reflection of how a marriage should be. I mean, not a false reflection, but I just feel like once people get married, that's kind of like what they expect. And the dynamic changes a bit.
When did reality hit you?
After I popped out your baby.
That was it?
Yeah.
Mama?
Say stay chic.
No.
No? How about stay chic?
No.
You know, after we had the baby, it's almost like we started having like disagreements here and there, which is totally normal, guys, right?
It's very healthy.
It's healthy, yeah. But for me, in the beginning, I was so not used to it because I was just like, we've never had an argument before. So when we kind of had like our first discussion.
Did you want to divorce me?
Divorce. Let's just be real. There's so, like, I know so many people or people of people that have gotten divorces, and when you're not in marriage, you're just kind of like, why? Like, why are there so many divorces? But when you're in it, can't you agree with me? It's so much easier to like run away from the problem, or like, oh, we're not meant to be because we're fighting, like, this is not it, and just kind of just call it quits, right?
It's an easy way out.
It's an easy way out, yeah.
It's a lot harder to work at it.
Cheers. I mean, just a few months ago, we would definitely freak out at the sight of this, but we've embraced parenthood to the max, right, Alan?
Absolutely.
I think the past 2 years, we really had to figure out how to make it work, especially bringing this new human in and us having our relationship still and still carving out time for us while I'm traveling so much more than ever before. I personally kind of but have changed this year is to include Alan into my life, because before I used to separate it so much. It's like work is here. When I'm at home, I don't work. I don't want to include him. And if I have to go to an event, Alan stays at home with baby, so I could just drop by the event and quickly come home. But, you know, he sacrificed because he's like, he realized that it's also a way for us to look at it as time that we could spend together. Sure. And also, we also try to make it into a date night afterwards.
So we're going on a date. Yeah,
so whenever I'm like, hey babe, do you want to go to like this Dolce & Gabbana event with me tonight? We're at Dolce.
Stay chic.
In his head, he's like, yes, that's great, but afterwards we could go get some good food. We're gonna go get Thai food tonight because we're about to head to the Dolce & Gabbana event.
He's so excited right now because we're getting our favorite Thai food.
Just having him be a part of every aspect of my life and not thinking of it as because I thought it was a burden before for him, but you know, I think he kind of enjoys it too. He got dressed by Dolce & Gabbana, so you have your moments.
Not much changes, huh?
No.
He used to make my file for me since like we started dating.
Staycation is a big one for us because it's always hard to travel far because now we have Chloe. I enjoy staycations mainly because it takes us out of our home. Although it's very nice to be home, when you're at home, you go to your natural habits, such as like, you know, for me, it's like browsing the internet. For him, it's like just watching TV. So it's easy to, again, do your own thing when you're at home.
We found that place.
Yeah, we found a place in San Diego that we both love. It's a 3-hour drive.
Chloe loves it.
Chloe loves it. So I think we might go back again next weekend.
We're shipping our family.
Yeah, we're kind of hooked. It's like you're home, but you're not home. You're not too far away from home, but you're still doing the things that you would have done when you're on a vacation. And that's why we love staycation so much. right?
It's great.
What is all this? Did you buy 2 beers? Wow. She's only about a year old.
I think we've learned through our 5 years of being married, almost 5 years, is that being in a relationship is like anything else. It's like a goal that you want to achieve. Like we work so hard to achieve our fitness goals. We work so hard to achieve our financial goals. We work so hard to achieve all these different goals. But it's like people, when it comes to relationship, they have like these different mentality, whereas that should be
Automatic.
essentially, yeah, like almost automatic. But
Not
essentially
good,
it should be, you should have a separate relationship goal as well, because you have to work at it. It doesn't just come automatically. Thank you for coming all the way to Paris for me. I love you.
Love you too, baby.
Has it ever bothered Alan to be known as Chriselle's husband? How does he cope with all the spotlight always being on you, on me?
It isn't not so much about coping with the spotlights on you. It's more of hearing the comments from my childhood friends, all my closest friends. They ask me like, I didn't know you changed your name. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then they send me that picture of that. It's okay. It is what it is. But
we worked with the brand and they named him Alan Lim
that was really
instead
sick
of
joke.
Alan Chen. So technically, guys, I'm Chriselle Chen, but I just kept my surname.
Do you guys hear that? what makes you and Alan decide to get married? Do you think I was so freaking hot?
He was persistent. He was definitely persistent. And that was like my #1 characteristic in a guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't give
Never
up.
give up. You didn't give up. You kept trying.
You try to shut me down so
Yeah.
many times.
Aren't you happy that you tried?
Thank God Chloe's here. It
Yeah,
worked
we're
out.
free now. How do you guys learn to trust each other with all the flying and traveling around? That's from Summer Pasta. I mean, I think trust is essentially the #1 most important thing in a relationship.
That's the most important.
It's like, yes, everyone has their own insecurities of like whatever it is. But like, if you don't have trust and you don't trust that person to travel, then you probably should
You shouldn't be in a bad
evaluate
relationship.
the relationship. Like and as he always says, the foundation, I think the foundation is absolutely 100% trust, because if you don't have that foundation, then you don't have a relationship.
Alan always talks about foundation. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's either like the root of our relationship or her foundation. How's my foundation today?
You don't have foundation on.
I didn't?
Laurita, of course, she asked, how do you keep it sexy?
I think you gotta like
Okay,
at least
let's just get straight to the point. We have sex quite a bit.
like 3 times a week.
3
Depends.
to 4 times a week.
I think it's important. And,
It's important.
and I think it's so healthy that you make me feel like I'm in high school. You do, baby.
He still has the hots for me. Yay! All right, guys, that's enough. Thanks for tuning in. We have to head out. But if you guys have any other questions, ask them down below.
Stay chic.
Yeah, stay chic. Bye, guys. Gotta go. Chloe, can you say stay chic?
Stay safe.